I hadn't raised my arm over my head in probably 5 years.
Yeah.
Tandy Freeman did 2 surgeries on my shoulder. The first one, he put a screw and 13 anchors in it. All of 18, it was fine. About halfway through 19, I told him, I went in there and I said, man, it don't really hurt, but something's not right. Like, it don't feel right. And he messed with it. He said, I'm pretty sure you tore your rotator cuff loose again. And I said, gosh dang, you didn't put enough anchors in it the first time? And so I went and had an MRI, and he said, yeah, it's tore. He said, you're going to have surgery, but I think it was about halfway through the year. He said, I think we can get you through the finals. I got to the finals and got wadded up on the top of my shoulder. It swelled up. They were working on it. Then it come out in the bucking chute. Bull went to bucking in there, and I grabbed the chute. It popped out. I said, undo my wrap, because I was tied to him.
Yeah.
And so they undone it, and I said, now help me out of here.
Yeah.
And we got up out of there, and I went by Tandy, and I was holding my arm out front. He said, out? I said, oh, yeah, it's out. So he sent me for another set of MRIs and x-rays after the finals. Well, I broke my shoulder blade.
Oh, man.
And he called me. He said, we're going to have to wait till after the first of the year. I said, why? I said, that's going to put me coming back, in like July. And he said, well, you broke your shoulder blade. It has to heal before I can go into the surgery. And he told me after the second surgery, when I woke up, he said, look, he said, you tear it up again, there's not going to be enough to reattach.
Right.
And I said, I'm picking up what you're laying down. 3/4 of the way through 21, when I made the NFR, it got to where I couldn't pick it up very good anymore. And I thought, well, I must have tore it back loose.
And it's not your hold arm. It's the other. Yeah.
It'd have been better. It would have been better if it had been my riding arm.
Okay.
Because your free arm, you have to get it up and move it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since 4 or 5 years, I hadn't been able to raise it up like past that. And the other day, we were stretching shade cloth at my arena, and I had a hold of one end of it, and I'm pushing, and there's zip tying it, and I'm holding it real tight. Well, that thing popped on the inside. Like, I felt it pop, and I was like, we finished, and I was hooking up a trailer to go pick some bulls up or something, and I just reached up like that, and I grabbed it, and I stopped. I was like, Gennaro was standing there with me. He was like, and I was like, I let go, and I stood there for a second.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I was like, holy, where you've been the last 5 years of my life.
That's wild.
Wow.
I guess I had that frozen shoulder,
Yeah.
and it must have just popped it loose when I was stretching all that, the way I was stretching. And I was like, holy again.